Hello, everybody. Good evening. How are you doing tonight? Have you got joy? Have you got life? Have you got strength? Have you got unction? Have you got utterance? Have you got capacity? Have you got language? Have you got volume? Have you got strength? Let me hear you shout, hey! So be full of expectation of what God will do after tonight in your person. And this section was really more for personal. All right. Let's go to the message of the year. Are you ready? You want to take a break? Because the next session is under 2 hours, though. One says, no, I shouldn't do 2 hours. Okay, I'll do 15 minutes. I just want to spend a few minutes and talk about divine order. Divine order. But honestly, as I said earlier on, I don't want to fight battles that Abishai can fight. I want to be an executive prophet. Like Elisha. When Naaman came and says, please, I'm a bit busy now. Tell him to go and have a bath before he comes to me. So I was thinking many ways we can look at divine order. And if you go through the Bible, there's just so much about order and government. We used to use that terminology. We used to talk about order and government. And when you see God's order, you'll see God's government. And when you see government, you'll see glory. Many times it's because we don't see order that we don't see government, God's government, and we don't see God's glory. And so there are many ways we can look at order. The way Noah built the ark, clear instructions, step by step, we see divine order. The way Moses constructed the tabernacle, we see very precise instructions. Order. I want to keep this section short. The way Israel camped around the tabernacle. In fact, that's the part. Where's that trumpeter? That's a good man. Bring your trumpet. Bring your trumpet. This is. There was an order for even moving. When they camped, God will say to them, listen, Moses, get 2 trumpeters, and I want you to hear me. That when they blow once, gather your leaders. He said, if they blow that same sound long, gather the congregation. Because it needs order as we begin to move. So let's hear the gathering of the leaders. Blow one sound. Pam. Just one. Pam. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Now make it longer for the congregation. What's your name, bro? Rex. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep your trumpet up. Put your trumpet up. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Again. Everyone knew. That's a different message. Let me just leave this part. But in this part, we see the order for God's movement. And the way we see benefits of order, government and glory, we see when there is order, with the sound of the trumpet, God moves his people into his blessings. He told them, when it's time to advance, he said, listen carefully. There's an order. There's a sound for advancing. Rex, play something else. Add pam 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 pam. Add a bit of flourish. Very good. That means the cloud was moving. Okay. No, stay. Keep it simple, Rex. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. The Bible is just full of God's instructions. Then he said, when it's warfare, do warfare for us. Do a military drill. Drummer, give us add the drums to the pam pam. Do a military drill. Give me a rhythm. Give me a rhythm. I didn't get the military well. Add drums to the military. Give us a rhythm. Bam 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 bam. All right. Man of God, I actually use this to explain how people can hear different sounds. For instance, if the trumpet makes an uncertain sound, who will prepare himself for war? And so sometimes there's just chaos and confusion, and people don't even know what God's divine order is in terms of hearing the Spirit of God. And then there's the last sound, the sound of rejoicing, but let's leave that for today so I can go into the area that you began to talk about yesterday. You have taught it quite a bit. I'd like to stay for a few more minutes on the area of David, because that really clarifies a lot of things in our hearts for the moment. But I'm going to keep it short because our time is fast spent. You all know the story from, let's go to 2 Samuel 6. Thank you, Rex. Thank you. I'm going to continue this message another time. Yeah, I'll continue this message of the sound of the trumpet and how the order of God in our lives. So, because sometimes, what are you hearing? What is God saying? What is his pathway? What is his pattern? How does he want you to function in this season? So there's order everywhere, but let's stay on the story in 2 Samuel 6. So here, Apostle spoke about this a bit yesterday, I believe. You know the story? When Israel came out of Egypt, so as I mentioned, God said to Moses, build me a sanctuary, and gave him clear instructions. It was a portable, you know the story, but let me just do a recap. It was a portable sanctuary. It could be dismantled and moved on and carried around. And there were 3 parts: outer court, inner court, holy of holies. And the 3 parts had different items of furniture. We can't go into that now, but we know that outside in the outer court was something called the brazen altar, brazen laver. Inside the inner court, candle stand, altar of incense, shewbread. But there was a curtain that divided the middle court from the Holy of Holies. And there's just one item. It's called the Ark of the Covenant. ark was a wooden box overlaid with pure gold, 24 karat gold. And the lid could open, and there were 2 angels. And that lid was called the mercy seat. And the ark was the visible representation of God's throne upon the earth. Because if you remember, Isaiah said, in the year that King Uzziah died, he said, I saw the Lord. He says, high and lifted up, and his robe filled the temple. He said, I saw angels. So what Moses was building was a representation of what must be somewhere in heaven. And God was pictured as sitting on the mercy seat between these 2 angels. It was from there he ruled. Psalm 80 talks about, give ear, O shepherd, thou who leads Israel, thou who dwells between the cherubims, shine forth. So God is pictured as sitting upon the mercy seat. So the ark represented the power. The ark represented the glory. The ark represented the presence of God. When they moved the ark into a place, it was victory was sure. The ark spoke of God's majesty. The ark spoke of God's authority. Wherever the ark was, the blessings of God followed. Wherever the ark was, there was the honor of God. There was an awe around the ark. In fact, there was a light called Shekinah glory that emanated from the ark. Powerful concept. Not only was it the representation of God's throne on earth, place of power, place of glory, place of authority, it was also the place of mercy. The lid was called the mercy seat, from where God ruled and judged and forgave and led his people. And Moses carried this ark throughout the wilderness journey. And in the days of Joshua, we hear of the ark again. God told Joshua, when you see the ark of the covenant and the priests, the Levites, bearing the ark, says, go after it. I'm going to lead you with the ark. So Joshua also carried the ark, fought battles. And by the time the promised land was conquered, they located the ark in a place called Shiloh. And after Joshua, where the judges, Deborah, Samson, Ehud, Barak, Gideon, we don't hear of the ark until the last judge of Israel, a man called Eli. Eli was apostate. Eli was stealing money. Eli's sons were committing adultery and fornication. God was not happy. And at some point, there was an attack from the Philistines. And they attacked Israel and began to decimate Israel. Then some elders said, the ark, let's go and bring the ark back. They went to Shiloh and carried the ark. When the Philistines saw the ark, they said, we are in trouble. This is the God that destroyed the Egyptians. We are in trouble. But they encouraged themselves. They said, quit ye like men and let's fight. And it was Hophni and Phinehas same boys stealing money, those same boys who had shut the mouth of their dad, who now went to carry the ark as though the ark is a charm. God was watching. They don't understand what this whole thing about my government, my glory, my order means. The box was not a wooden box. It was just a sign of their covenant with God. The blessings, the breakthrough, the victory all came as a result of the relationship they had with God. The ark was then the demonstrable evidence. And the Philistines destroyed Israel. That's like Samson saying, I will rise up and go as before, not knowing. Old King James says, wist not that the Lord had departed. Hophni, dead. Phinehas, dead. Their father was old. I think it was Phinehas' one of the wives was having a baby. He told her, your husband is dead. I think it was Eli who heard. He brought news to Eli, your sons are dead. He fell. He was big, broke his neck, died. The wife was having a baby. The wife of one of the boys was having a baby. She too said, my husband is dead, brother-in-law is dead, father-in-law is dead. This is Ichabod. Name the boy Ichabod. Says, I'm done. And the Philistines captured the ark and carried it to their city. I think they took it. Where did they take it to first? Maybe Ekron or somewhere, where there was a god called Dagon with a fish head. Let me check. Where did they take it? Was it Ekron or Ashdod? It was Ashdod they took it to first. And the god of Ashdod. They put the ark in the same place with their god with a fish head. You know the story. It fell overnight. God was just watching from heaven. They put the god back again. The next day it fell. His head was broken. His arms was cut off. And then tumors hit the land. Tumor of the scrotum. All the men just had tumor. Prostate cancer everywhere. Even the small boys were having prostate cancer. Everywhere, tumors. They said, what is going on? Carry this thing away. We don't want. They carried it to Gath, the city of battle, city of giants. Their tumors was as big as they themselves. They said, what is going on? That's why they carried it to Ekron. The people in the village were saying, carry this trouble and go. We don't want. While they were saying we don't want, the tumor started again. Cancer, destruction. So they now called their magicians and said, we have carried trouble. How do we return this thing? And they did their own research. Cut a long story short, they said, let's find a fine cart, a fine box. Put the axe there. Put the ark on it. Take some gold looking like brass they made like gold. Bring some cows. It's a long story. Let's see what will happen. Cut a long story short. The ox that was pulling the cart pulled it back to Israel. To one town called Beth Shemesh. It gets there, the people start rejoicing. And some men said, what's even inside this box? Let's look and see. They opened it. 50,000 died. Like I said, 50,070. It's like, what kind of trouble is this? They were now saying, who can we give this ark to? And finally, a man called Abinadab. Thank you. I think it's in 1 Samuel 1. Abinadab. In 1 Samuel chapter 7. Okay, let's start from chapter 6, verse 20. The men of Bethshemesh said, who is able to stand before the holy God, and to whom shall it go up from us? So they sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kirjath Jearim, saying, the Philistines have brought back the ark of the Lord. Come down and take it up with you. So the men of Kirjath Jearim came and took the ark of the Lord and brought it into the house of Abinadab on the hill. And they consecrated Eleazar, his older son, to keep the ark of the Lord. Eleazar had some brothers who were young. So it was that the ark remained in Kirjath Jearim a long time. It was there 20 years. And all the house of Israel lamented after the Lord. 20 years, the ark was there. And Saul the king came. But Saul was the head and shoulders man, the man of flesh. He wasn't too concerned with the things of God's glory. He was more concerned about what he wanted done. Until the time of David. And David had a heart for God. David said, we need this representation. We need the people to have a sense of nearness of Jehovah. We need them to feel the presence and the power. I want them to know I'm not the one winning the battles, that when I fight, it's God who wins the wars. Let's bring the ark back. And you know the rest of the story in 2 Samuel 6. So David, the Bible says, said, okay, let's bring back the glory. Let's bring back the power. Let's bring back the honor. Let's bring back the presence. Let's bring back the nobility of God. Let's bring back the way of God. We need the ark of God's presence. We need the ark of God's power. We want to see the glory. And in 2 Samuel chapter 6, please give it to me so I can read. It says, and David gathered together. Please give me New King James Version. Choice men. He found good men, good soldiers, fine men, clean men. 30,000. He said, let's do it big. Next verse, please. And he arose, and all the people who were with him from Baal, Judah, to bring up from there the ark of God, whose name is called the name, the Lord of hosts, who dwells between the cherubim. And so, I don't know where the advice came from, man of God. They must have asked, before the house of Abinadab, where was it? So someone gave oral history. Kirjath Jearim. Before then, where was it? Bethshemesh. How did they get to Bethshemesh? The Philistines brought it. How did they bring it? Said, we saw a beautiful box. It was a beautiful cart. And then there were oxen driving the cart. He said, okay, make a beautiful fancy cart. When they mentioned the rat, he said, I don't understand about the rat. Let's just keep it nice and clean. And they brought it out of the house of Abinadab. Notice he keeps telling us where Abinadab's house was. He said it was on the hill. It was on the mountain. And by now, Eleazar was a bit older. So they now found younger boys. Uzzah and Ahio. And they drove the cart. Next verse, please. And they brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was on the hill, accompanying the ark, and Ahio went before the ark. And then, this is the part that we like. The music, keyboards, Korg 6000, Triton. Everything was there. They played music. It was production. I love instruments. Stringed instruments, tambourines, sistrums, cymbals. Haya and Uzzah enjoying the ride. And they got to a place called Nacon's threshing floor. The threshing floor is the place where, when they gathered the wheat, they ground the wheat, threw it up, blew the chaff away, and kept the main wheat. It was the place of separation. And when they came to Nacon's threshing floor, remember where Abinadab's house was? So we don't know how they were driving. Sometimes people are going too fast. And the ark, the cart, stumbled. I used to play cricket. Uzzah's instinct, he just dived and just stopped the ark. Because inside the ark were some components. There was the tablets of stone from Moses. There was a pot of manna. And there was Aaron's rod. But Pastor knows all these things, he'll teach. I'm sure he's taught all these things. Nothing you haven't taught, man of God. Uzzah moved quickly, took hold of it, for the oxen stumbled. The anger of God was aroused against Uzzah. God struck him there for his error, and he died there by the ark of God. We came to church, production, music, display, instruments, fine men, fine women. Somebody died. God killed him. Says he died for his error. David was angry because he was confused. He said, but I meant well. My intention was good. But it's not about your intentions. It's about God's divine order. His work has to be done His way and in His power. There's a certain way He wants some things done. Man of God, we are coming, as you yourself know, to Nacon's threshing floor. The body of Christ. And there will be a separation. It has begun. The judgment must begin in the house of God. David was afraid. What happened? That God struck Uzzah for his error. What was the error? He was thinking that he can carry the ark anyhow. That's an error. You are thinking that anybody can carry the ark. That's error. You are thinking that you know the ark because he was in your father's house for 20 years. That's error. You're getting familiar with the things of God, Uzzah. And Uzzah, you are thinking that your hand is cleaner than the ground. And you want to help God. That God cannot take care of himself. The truth was that God was already angry. Uzzah was already in trouble because, let's say he did not even touch that ark. And he fell and the cherubims broke. God will have killed him. The ark now fell, he stopped it, God killed him. God was just waiting to kill somebody. He just said, let me just get to Nacon, and now I'm already angry with these people. They think it's production I'm looking for. They think it's fine men I'm looking for. They think it's music I'm looking for. I was talking to musicians once. I asked the lady, why do you always sing like this? Blessed. Sure. One day I told the choir, today's special number will be inside one quiet hall. Only God will listen to that special number. Isn't it for us? Sometimes what we want is how we feel. After they finished one service, everybody said, I'm blessed. He said, God now said, I'm the only one not blessed. God's goal is not our happiness. It's that we conform to the image of Christ. What made him think is the feeling? They asked one woman, Auntie, Madam, you're not praising. She said, I don't like that song. They said, is it you? Is it for you? It's not you we're praising. You don't like the song. Think of the move that day. God will just keep quiet, waiting to get to Nacon's threshing floor. The Bible says, behold, the goodness and the severity of God. God's long suffering. What happened? Where should Uzzah have been on that day? Unfortunately, he died supporting the error of David. Should have been far from that production. As we will see later, they now put the ark in the house of Obed-Edom. And 3 months, God blessed that house. The 3 months, David then took time. They tell us, what did we do? What happened? They now began to check. They checked Exodus. They checked Numbers. They checked Deuteronomy. They saw, I think it's one in Numbers 4:15, where he says, if anyone touches that thing, he will die. Why do you think he wants to help God? Sometimes we put things on the cart and we drive our agenda. The cart of algorithm. Everybody celebrates algorithm. Everybody celebrates fame. Everybody celebrates number. So they went and inquired. You know the story. After 3 months, David did his homework and called the Levites and said, please forgive me. You people, the Levites, haven't you read that the ark has some metal circles on the side, and we're to put poles inside, and we're to carry the ark on the shoulders of priests? He said, please, I beg you, sanctify yourselves. Don't touch unclean things. Don't defile yourself. You can't come at women who are not your wives. You can't steal, you can't cheat, you can't lie. These are the only ones who can carry. 4 of you come. 4 of you. 4 come. What's that? Is that a speaker? Connected? I need one that's not connected. Give me a speaker that's not connected. Is there any speaker that's not connected? You guys come. Let's do a demonstration. Let me run and bring that small stool. Quickly, hurry up, run. Put it on top, that's the cherubim. Put it on top. I said put it on top, my friend. Bring a chair for him, bring a chair. Okay, don't worry. You guys go up there. If that thing falls, people are... Ha. God help that man there. Okay, hold on. Put it down. Let's relax. Let's do this thing. Okay, the top is not flat. Is it flat? So turn it around. It's flat. Let's use something else that's easier. Somebody give me something. I need help. I need some men to help me. Think along with me. Think smart. Remember, there are 2 of it. Okay, guys, let's go. Help them put the middle. Put the. I need some music. I need some drama. Why does the drama keep coming out now? Ross, we're always begging you. Stay near. Wait. You're going to present it to David. Okay. Wait, people are rushing. Are people walking together? Oh yeah, step. If this thing falls, it's trouble. Oh. Don't rush it. Hold on, stop. You know what happened? 6 steps. They will sacrifice blood. So that the way of the bringing the ark is paved with the blood of sacrifice. Notice the 4 of them are the same height. It's called apostolic equalization. Bringing everybody into the same level, not some babies, some. That's the house can bring the glory back. Take a step. After every 6 steps, you stop. They said it was 6 steps Uzzah died. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They will celebrate that they are alive. Ichabod. Why did God not kill the Philistines when they used the new cart? Because that's the world. That if my people, that means there are other people. He's more concerned about his people. But when his people pick up the patterns of the world, God is not pleased. When his people begin to do things like the world, when his people begin to talk like the world, think like the world, act like the world, then there's no difference between the clean and the unclean. They're carrying the ark on their shoulders. Because his government shall be on the shoulders of his people. But which people? His sanctified people. So there's a lot that we're seeing. It's just the Philistines' cart. There's a lot that we're seeing that's not the glory of God. There's a lot that we're seeing that's not the presence of God. There's a lot that's going on. That's Uzzah. Uzzah means strength. Ahio means friendly. Friendly, seeker friendly, helping God, driving the cart with our own agenda. God is merciful. But a time would come. He's already angry. Where we'll start seeing death. You have to consult yourselves. Let's go. Sixth stop. So we're still alive. Celebrate. Who will go for me is the cry of God today. Who shall I send? Who will pay the price to bring my glory? Who will pay the price to bring my presence? Who will sacrifice to me after 6 spaces? Who's seeking my honor? Who's seeking my presence? Who's separating himself unto me? Who cares about what I care about? A lot of what we see is production. An interesting thing, the production the second time was bigger. God is not against production, but he's tired of production without his presence. Tired of production done by social media. Tired of production done by programs. We're tired of programs. Even I as a human being, I'm tired of programs. Tired of man-centered religion. I wonder how God feels. Thank God he's God and he's merciful. Levites. It's not starting, no. It's finishing. Because going down here is Nacon's threshing floor. Let's go. Wait, people, they're carrying something, no. So exactly. So see how they're taking steps. Okay, hold on. Don't wait. Bro, you're just doing your own thing. The people at the back, they're bending so they can meet your level. So you have to pull yourself up small so that they can come down. Everything we do with God, we do with care. Everything we do with God, we do with honor. Now, the four of you, hope you know this thing you're doing is prophetic. Your life will never be the same again. Because I don't want nothing to fall. And now I've praised you. Okay, see how they're doing it. See the guys at the back. But Ahio and Uzzah, 20 years, it was just furniture, it was cupboard in their house. There isn't it open prayer. Have you seen where some people, once they enter church, the man of God, once he gets to his chair, he will kneel down. If you ever kneel down, why are you kneeling down? You just kneel down there. You don't have to show us you're kneeling down. When you get to the stage, you kneel down. How many times will you kneel down? When you pray, go into your closet. Close your door. Hide yourself. Pray to your Father who's in secret. And your Father in secret will reward you openly. Let's go. Let's hold that thing. I have to help them. My heart can't take this thing. Let's clap for them. They made it. How is this thing you're doing? It says it's tasking. The guys at the back, how is it? It's hard work. We carry the burdens of the Lord like that. We pay the price. That's the only way to bring back the glory. So God is looking for churches now. He's looking for people who will do what you're doing, who will sanctify themselves, who will set themselves apart and say, Lord, we will carry your burdens for you. We want to see your glory again. Because a lot of what we see in the church is not church anymore. The surprising thing for me is that people can't even tell the difference. We were fighting religious spirits many years ago. But today the battle is fighting religious spirits that have been taken over by fake, false prophets. Well, let's clap for them. Let's take the ark back. No, don't go up again, just take it back all the way. Come on, don't stop. Let's encourage them. Why did God bless the house of Obed-Edom? To show that he wants to bless his people truly. Obed-Edom was a Levite. So the 3 months there, God blessed him. Blessed. People could even see. They told David, something is happening in the house of Obed-Edom. For your life, you've got to seek the due order. Ministry, you've got to seek the due order. Man of God, I think I want to hand over to you at this time.